Hi everyone, my name's Raylene and I am a very proud daughter of a veteran. My father is a veteran from Vietnam. I went to ASM mainly to learn how to help him. He helped me he actually paid the deposit for me so that I could go because he wanted to stop having PTSD. We had done hypnosis and he was able to stand in a hallway talking to strangers with his back to the oncoming people. Now, for anyone that's normal, like anyone can do that, right? For a veteran, that is huge. For a veteran with PTSD, that is huge. After 2 days working with Shane and Jess, just with hypnosis, he was able to sit in a restaurant with his back to the door and still eat, and not be like hypervigilant. He paid attention to having a meal with me, which was lovely. It was so lovely. So, as well as being a veteran, my dad then stayed in the army for many, many years, and then he left and became a police officer, and from there then he became a prison officer. So he's always served. So I grew up with my father being a fantastic man serving Australia and also suffering from PTSD. As a child of somebody, a return veteran who's suffering from PTSD, I can tell you the mood swings, the alcohol, the violence, everything you see, the things that don't make sense. When you got to go out as a teenager and then all of a sudden you're grounded for a month for nothing because it's triggered off a memory or a flashback or whatever for him. You know, I get it now, and I can tell you I didn't make it easy as a teenage child, believe me. So going through ASM, where I met the amazing Brent, who touched my heart because he works with veterans to help them overcome PTSD. And I've had many conversations with him about this. So a lot of things came out for me too. I didn't realise that I also had PTSD because it wasn't as severe as what my father had. I was an ambulance officer, a volunteer ambulance officer for a number of years, and I was still having nightmares, flashback memories, tastes, things were coming up every now and then. And I also had some unresolved issues from when I had been raped as a teenage girl. I resolved all of that. I have had no nightmares. None. And, I've been able to work with my father and help him. He is now no longer on any medications for PTSD. His blood pressure's come down. He has a pet. Yeah, he has a pet. For those who don't have somebody who suffers from PTSD to that extent, you will understand that is huge, because it means he doesn't want to die anymore. He hasn't had a pet since I was a little girl, and I'm over 50 now, and he hasn't had a pet. It's like he didn't want to put the pet through a loss of him, So now he has a pet, and for the first time, and as long as I can remember, my mum feels comfortable enough to come to my house because I'm having surgery. She's going to come and care for me for a couple of weeks and leave my dad home alone. And he's happy to stay, and she's feeling comfortable and safe that she's going to come home to her husband. These are the things that can change so quickly from the tools that we have learnt with ASM. So if you're a veteran, if you have PTSD, if you have depression, go and see somebody who does this. Go and do it yourself. My dad's going to go and do ASM himself now because of how much what I have done for him has helped. The things I've learned to help him have changed his life, and now he's going to change it even more. Brent has the tools, he has more tools, and he has the heart to help you to get rid of it and shift it and move on and overcome it for good. Not temporarily and never ever get yourself a pet, but really, really move on and be happy. Really, to be happy again and to just release it all and let it go. So I'm a little bit emotional because it is important to my heart. It is important to me and to every child of every veteran out there. We know how important it is to have our fathers and our brothers and our sons healthy, mentally healthy, and want to be here. So take a chance. You've got nothing left to lose. Take the chance and do it before it's too late. It will help. Okay? Thank you.